Wait, I gotta make a phone call. Just kidding. At this time, children, everyone, let's make some noise. Let's welcome Mr. Josh Hale up to the podium, and he's going to explain just what this secret is. Please welcome Mr. Josh Hale.
That is about the best reception I've ever received, so thank you all for welcoming us here this morning. And I had to first start with an apology because I was very, very late this morning, which is a terrible thing to be, especially when you have so many friends here this morning. So I apologize for my tardiness. I'm trying to do too much this time of year. But I want to, the Board of Trustees, to the teachers, the faculty, the staff of St. Nicholas, the parents, the students, so many friends for being here this morning. Thank you for joining for what we think is a very, very exciting announcement. But before, this is a time of year with lots of celebrations. Lots of celebrations at the end of the school year, about the summer activities about to start, plans for next year. It's a great time of celebration. But before we get to the celebration, I just want to, so as Dr. Benton said, I work at the Big Shoulders Fund, and she mentioned some of the teams we work with here that are here this morning. And Big Shoulders was founded about 30 years ago, which is a really, really long time ago. Older than mostly all of you in the room. It's a pretty long time ago. 30 years ago, it was a group of adults. These adults in the city of Chicago, kind of like your parents, maybe your grandparents, aunts and uncles, who said, we really love Catholic schools. We think Catholic schools are really cool and really important because they're big places for academics, but also places for us to learn about our faith and to live that faith out throughout the day while we're at school. So those group of adults came together and said, we want to start a foundation, an organization that's always going to help Catholic schools to ensure that all children, like my children, all of you here today, would have access to a great Catholic education. And 30 years later, we work with 77 schools all over Chicago that are all Catholic schools, and that's about 20,000 children, just like you sitting here today. The north side, the east side, the west side, the south side, all Catholic schools. Where parents, just like your parents here today, or who are at work, who sacrifice so much, and teachers who give so much to make this all possible. So we give scholarships, we help support your teachers to make sure they have all the tools they need, so we might buy computers and things like that. We really work with schools, but most of you think of Big Shoulders Fund, I hope you'll think of a group of people who really love Catholic schools, who really love St. Nicholas at Tolentine, and all of you. But I'm going to need a little help this morning. I got a question that I've been trying to figure out just the right answer to. And Tom Zabierski works at Big Shoulders Fund, and he works with all the schools, and he's a teacher and a principal as well for many years. And he's going to rightly loved all around in all these schools. But Tom, I had a question. I was just trying to get the right answer to what is a school?
Is it a building, or is it a group of people who come together to learn something?
I don't know. What do you got? Is a school just a building? No, it's not. Tom, I don't think it's just a building. The court of decision.
So you could have a school if you didn't have a building?
Would you have a school without a building? Well, maybe. But what makes a school really special? Right down in front, the young ones here.
You have to yell out. Use your outside voice. Yell at it. What makes a school special?
What makes a school special? Here we go.
Because you learn.
Yeah, so you learn, right? In school you learn. Anything else? What makes a school special? What do we got over here? What's a school special? Did you guys hear that? Did you hear what she said? She said teachers.
Sorry.
They're pretty important, aren't they? Why are teachers important? They teach you. What else do they do? You can learn all sorts of things. So teachers really love you and support you and help you to become great students, right? That's how Tom usually answers too, so it's okay. No, Tom has got great answers. But Tom, I think they have some pretty good answers, didn't you?
I think they're terrific.
So how would you synthesize that information? Schools are what?
A great place where friends come together to learn.
Wow. So St. Nicholas of Toontown is a great place where you guys come to learn from wonderful teachers and principals, right? Really important stuff. You know, when I think of teachers, I think it's one of the most noble professions, educators. Because they don't go into this business of teaching to earn, to make a profit. They don't go in to make something where they can sell it to make a profit. It's really about them sharing their wisdom, their heart. Here at St. Nicholas of Toontown, their faith. They wear their faith every day in what they do. And that's a wonderful gift. So they give of themselves. Teachers give of themselves all the gifts that God gave them, and they share it in one of the most generous ways. And it's why we have to celebrate teachers so much and thank them for what they do. And here at St. Nicholas of Toontown, the motto is a place where students flourish and talents flow. And I think it's because you have great parents, you have great students. That's always a key ingredient. But it's also because you have great teachers and principals that really love this. And I think when you think about this school and how it all works, it starts at the top, where you have a great principal, Dr. Benton, who sets the tone, and who's been here for a long time and has really instilled some really important things. And Ms. Bajarowski, who helps her. They've been here now 12 years they've been at the school, leading the charge of building. They put together a team of almost, I think, over 40 people who work here. Teachers, people who are aides, people who make sure the meals are out, the maintenance, the facility looks great. Over 40 people who are all mission-driven, who care about all of you, your children, and all of your children sitting here, to make this the very best, where talents flourish and flow. We learn about our faith, and we learn about life and academics. It's a heck of a team they put together. And they focus on things that are really important. They focus on really focusing on mentoring one another. There's this teamwork approach at St. Nicholas of Toontown that's really unique. A mentoring program. As new teachers come in, they support one another. They also focus on inclusive education, so we all learn the way that we need to learn. They look at the school structure, and they're organized in a way that they can communicate with one another and share best practices and really talk about what are the data they're getting and how do they use it to make the academics even stronger. It's a place that never rests on its laurels. It's a place where faith is infused throughout the curriculum, and they're sensitive to the needs of the neighborhood, the parents in the neighborhood and what they're looking for. But it's a place where also the arts has always been a central part. Right down from the principal and her love for music, but throughout the program. And we can see that. You, the teachers, the parents I heard, put the decorations on the side of the wall. So you have also aspired to great artistic talents as well. But it's really, after all this hard work, you say, well, what are the results? What are the results of all this hard work? And I have to say, it's pretty awesome, the result of this school, particularly the last 10 to 12 years in your leadership, where we've seen, this school has seen the largest increase in test scores. Parents especially might want to hear this. Largest increase in test scores in all the big show-up schools. It's 77 of the schools. This school performed at every test. That's led to more and more parents saying, I want to enroll my kids in that school because they get a great education and they learn about their faith. And they're going on to the very best Catholic high schools and other schools in the city that are really the best. And so when we asked Dr. Menden, well, Dr. Menden, how do you do this? How do you get the very best test scores? How do you get the very best out of all your students and your teachers? How does it happen? Well, she said, of course, it's about great students and families, but above all, it is the belief embraced by all the teachers in this school that every child can succeed and succeed at high levels. The administrators are intentional about the need to hire only those teachers who demonstrate belief in the students. Without this commitment, no other endeavor would have a chance of being successful. St. Nicholas teachers are the best ever, and all they work together so well. This is the secret of our success. They know their students, they know their needs, so that their students can achieve the very best. I would not want to be the principal anyplace else because of the dedicated and committed teachers and staff members that we have here at St. Nick's. I would summarize that by saying that Dr. Menden and the entire team here are only for the children, para los niños. Solamente para los días, para los niños. And And that's a really mission-centric focus, and that's why the school is so great. But there's many of us who want to celebrate the great work of Catholic schools and teachers and their work. But there's two people who actually did something about it some 25 years ago. They took the initiative. And it's two of the people that Dr. Menden referenced earlier, John and Rosemary Krogan. John and Rosemary Krogan are legends in the city and beyond and around this country for their work in pioneering work, make sure that Catholic education remains, as always, vital and open to all children. For one, John and Rosemary Krogan helped to create, they were a couple of those adults that created Big Shoulders Fund. They said, we got to make sure Catholic schools remain forever, and so they got their own resources and put them into the endowment, but they also got their friends to support it. Have you guys heard of Cristo Rey Jesuit High School? It's one of the greatest models in education here in the city, but it's also been replicated around this country. They're now looking around the world. John and Rosemary Krogan were two of the first people involved in that mission. It wouldn't be in existence but for their involvement very early on. They have 6 children that they gave the very best of Catholic education to, and they wanted it to be for everybody else. When I think about things we do to fill our soul, they've done more to fill their soul than just about anybody. And it overflows in joy in their love of this mission. And it comes through in their children too as well. And Claire, representing the entire Krogan family today, and her son Tommy, carry that same ethic of this is a critical mission. In fact, Tommy worked with us last summer at Big Shoulders Fund. We've never been better since, so we appreciate that too. But it started really back when they created this. John and Rosemary Krogan, as I said, wanted to create some way to celebrate teachers, principals in Catholic schools. And so they put a $1 million gift at Big Shoulders Fund to create an endowment 25 years ago. And they said, we want that endowment every year, the income from that endowment, to be used to celebrate teachers in schools that show the very best academic improvements. So every year, we look at all the Big Shoulders Fund schools, we look at all the academics, we look at all the success of a school, and one rises to the top. And Rosemary and John Krogan pick that school, and they say, that school's going to get a very significant gift. They're going to get a very significant recognition for their hard work. John Krogan's father was a teacher back in the early 30s, and it was during the Depression. And because the schools in the city didn't have any money, they paid them in scripts. And John saw his father struggle tremendously to put meals on the table and take care of their family for the sacrifice of being a great teacher. And he wanted very much to celebrate teachers. And so we're here today with a big surprise announcement. And so on behalf of the Krogan family, there is a check that will be delivered to this school. A very big check. Close to a $100,000 check. It's a lot of money. And the big surprise is this, is that this check isn't just for the school overall. Remember we talked about what makes a school great? We talked about teachers and principals being the very best. Well, all the funds are going to go directly to each one of the teachers in this school as a gift from the Krogans to say thank you for your commitment to Catholic education, to thank you for choosing a life of sharing your great talents and treasures, your faith, with so many deserving children. And so please help me in celebrating and cheering for it. We're going to show the check here. Tom has it. $42,000 we split between all the teachers. And there's another $40,000 that's going to be given to the school to provide scholarships to invite more children into your school to benefit from this great academic program. So please, teachers, come on front, please. And a huge round of